Hey friends, today we're making my favorite, healthiest turkey chili. Doesn't sound like much, but I want to share it with you because I made it at least 6 times. I eat one today and I freeze 4 or 5, however they make. I want to go through it with you and I'm hoping you're going to be able to hear me. Can you see the crock pot? That is a no. Now you see this crock pot right here. It is sauteing. Hang on, I'm going to put you right in the meat for a minute. I am browning the turkey meat right in this crock pot. We've been through this. I have a special crock pot that does this. It is a Hamilton Beach, and I will post a picture of it in the comments. I believe Ninja makes one. You can use your Instapot. So what I'm doing is browning up right in the crock pot. It's 93% lean ground turkey. And now I'm going to put you back in your camera stand, so bear with me. Okay, so you know that's browning. I'm going to set you back a little. Have you ever seen these choppers? You're going to find out why I chop myself. I don't chop myself. I chop up my vegetables myself. Into that browned turkey, once it's browned, we're going to add a lot of healthy things. So this gadget, people are using them all over the internet. You put your pepper in to the gadget like that. Push down. It's chopped in the bottom. Yes, they work. They really do. But I've had some issues. We're going to find out if I have them today. One is my hands hurt. So I already chopped some celery up. This should be a red pepper. I don't have a red pepper, but I have an orange pepper. So the orange pepper is what's going into the chili. I'm going to try to straighten my camera. This video stuff, I'll tell you. Now, let's see. Pepper's all chopped in there. So far, so good. Now we're going to try the onion. I'm going to put half an onion. You know how I'm very picky about my onion. I'll see. It's in. I can feel it. So far, peppers and onion. Have you seen these choppers before? They do work good, but I've had some issues where all of a sudden the skin is stuck or something. Here's the other half of the onion going right there. The trick is to cut and be strong and have everything that could fit on that little grate. This is an OXO brand one. We're going to try this carrot. I've already peeled it. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to peel it, cut it in half, and try to cut it in the size, and have you see, of what fits on this. Oh, it went in. So far, so good. We're going to try this piece now. Now, I don't know whether it's my old age or it's my old age. I used to be strong like bull. Now I smell like bull. No, I don't. I'm only kidding. My husband uses that phrase. I am not strong. I am weak. Today I have several appointments, so I want this chili to cook. We're doing good with this thing. Again, I lie to you every day. This usually tricks on me. It usually does not work. We're going to try celery, which, by the way, I've already chopped celery, but I got tired of chopping and I said, let's bring out the chopper to see if it'll work for the video. And sure enough, oh, they're not short enough. We'll try the short sticks first. So the whole thing is it has to be smaller than the grate of the chopper. It's going to work. It's going to work because I said it wouldn't. It worked. When I'm all done, I'm going to have a bunch of chopped vegetables. I almost put all my chopped garlic on the floor while doing this. Thankfully I didn't, because I just sat and peeled the garlic, and we're still working on celery. Oh, my gosh. There it goes. Did it. Check that out. Now, there's a hole in the back, so you can lift it up and dump it that way. Or you can hope for the best, like I'm going to. Try to take the top off the bottom. And you have all your chopped vegetables in one spot, except for the ones I already chopped up. Let's go check on our meat, shall we? Can you see in there? Oh, it's looking good. I gotta break it all up as I go. And I'm gonna bring out my breaker, my meat chopper. it right in that meat. Nope. Nothing I do works right. Okay. I like to have the meat broken up very small. And that's looking pretty good. I don't want any big clumps of meat. Sorry for the movement. I'm trying to do this one-handed and hold the camera. Bear with me, because I'm telling you, this recipe is really worth it. From here, you're going to see me dump. That's gross. You're not going to see me dump. You're going to see me dump the things that go in. So obviously, I want all of these vegetables I have to saute right in. So this is still on. And it's still on saute mode. I still have more. The rest of my celery, I'll give you all of this. I'll read it back to you when I'm all done. This is 2 cloves of garlic and the rest of the celery. Right in. This is what makes it delicious. Oh, I know what I wanted to try. So I have to dice up a sweet potato for this recipe, and I diced. And it hurt. So I'm going to try to see if this will work for the sweet potato. If I could get the thing open. There we go. So what do you think? Is it going to work because I'm on camera? I don't know. Sweet potatoes are hard sometimes, like a butternut squash when you're cutting them. Again, we're making healthy turkey chili. I don't think so. See my problem? Now the skin sticks and it won't go through. Let's see. It worked! So with my hand. Doesn't work, but it works. I still have another piece. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, maybe the OXO thing is not the problem. Maybe it's me. Do you have a chopper? Do you have a better one? No, I can't get it apart. Oh my God. Oh! We have chopped sweet potatoes. After I did all these, we have chopped sweet potatoes. In they go. Now you know sweet potatoes are a superfood. So, put them in. I also forgot to tell you that when I put that meat in, it was in 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a little salt and pepper. Again, not measured, just to taste. Just so that the meat would brown with flavor. Here comes the good stuff. I'm going to stir it around. This might work out better. Sorry, this is at 8 minutes. I dropped the spoon in there. It's not melting. I'm stirring it around. I'm going to let it saute up some of those veggies while I add in the rest of the ingredients. Then I put it on slow for about 6 hours. High for 4 hours. We have to leave for some appointments. Now let's see what the ingredients are. It's all easy. I did the garlic. So it's 1 pound of lean ground turkey. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. This is a recipe that I made up when I read a recipe. I added to it. And ever since then I've kept track of what I did. Believe it or not, I wrote it down. 1 pound of green turkey. There's no such thing as green turkey. There's a green apron. 1 pound of ground turkey, browned up with salt, pepper, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. 1 large onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 red bell pepper. I used an orange one. 1 to 2 stalks of celery. They're in there. 1 to 1.5 to 2 medium sweet potatoes diced. In there. In goes Hunt's or any brand 14.5 ounce diced fire roasted tomatoes. 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And then what you do is you take this can, because my water's over there, you fill it up with water. I do this with almost all my cans. The diced fire roasted don't have any residual sauce in the bottom, but your tomato sauce cans do. So I don't like to waste it, and since the recipe needs liquid, I put the water in the 8 ounce can and I stir it around so that I get a clean can at the end with no waste. Is that weird? That's me. I'm weird. Okay. This also calls for 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. If that seems like something you don't like, don't add it. When I was really no sugar Lori after my surgery, so I put the ingredients behind the camera, so now you get to see that, okay? Sorry. I better read. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. It's coming. So I've got my chili powder, 3 tablespoons. It's not spicy chili powder. Spice comes from when you put the cayenne or the red pepper, and you know what? The original recipe had cayenne. I don't put it in, but then I just read that cayenne has all kinds of benefits for you. The problem is, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. This was my addition. I know it sounds weird. Lemon pepper seasoning. How much did I put in? I don't know. Did I write that down? I know I put it in. Lemon pepper, yes. 1 tablespoon. 1. Then I had in Worcestershire sauce, 2 splashes. That's 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Whatever you feel good doing. That means it's undone with saute mode. This is a can of cannellini beans, which are basically a white kidney bean. You can use any bean, pinto bean, kidney bean, any bean. Let me see if I got everything. And the last is going to be the broth. I believe there's broth. Sweet potato, crushed tomatoes, or fire roasted tomatoes, tomato sauce, chili powder, Worcestershire, salt, pepper, olive oil. Guess what? There is no broth. I can't remember. It's been a year since I made it, because last year I made it and froze it. Now, I don't believe me. I don't believe me. 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 large onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 diced red pepper, 1 to 2 stalks of diced celery, 1 to 2 medium sweet potatoes, 14.5-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes, 8-ounce can tomato sauce, then fill with water. I even wrote that down. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. The original recipe called for some cumin and cayenne. I took them out because I'm not crazy about either one. There is no broth. This is going to make its broth and be a thick chili. 1 can of beans drained. So of the beans of your choice, I used cannellini. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. In the beginning, I used the Swerve brown sugar. So if you're diabetic, you could do that. Now I put 2 tablespoons in. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. We're going to say that was a tablespoon. Salt and pepper to taste, and 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper. I am going to switch this to, this is how easy this button is. So it's on cancel. Now I have it on high, low for 6 hours, start. Put the lid on. That chili is going to cook. Later on, I can't believe there's no broth, but there isn't. That makes the broth. Hello, everyone. Later on, at 13 minutes, 6 hours and 13 minutes from now, that's going to be done. I'll be back from appointments, and I'll have a hot bowl of chili. What I like to top it with is I squeeze some avocado. I squeeze some lime on top of avocado on top of it. And I have sweet potatoes, turkey, beans for protein, the fiber, the carbs are in there. There is the most healthiest, in fact, it'll tell me 292 calories per serving with 19 net carbs if you're counting that. I count protein. I don't count calories. I make sure I get 100 grams of protein, and I'll put this in my app, and it'll tell me later how much I get. Did you want to see it? You probably did. It's really colorful. It doesn't look like much yet. And apparently, later on, I'll show you the finished product like I could do, because you're not going to sit here for 6 hours and 14 minutes. So this one is called the Healthiest Turkey Chili. It's a tried and true recipe that I absolutely love. And I know that I read those ingredients right, and there is no broth. So in a large skillet, it says you saute your onions and your brown beef, and you transfer it to a crock pot if you have no crock pot that sautés. So you do it in a skillet next to it, just like every other crock pot recipe. Then you add in all your other ingredients, stir it around 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to say that happened. And then you transfer it all to the slow cooker, which I don't even know. That's just a lot of work now. Mine's all in one pot. 6 to 8 hours on low, 4 to 5 hours on high. And another thing that's good on top is a dollop of sour cream, or in my case, I use a little bit of Greek yogurt on top. So Greek yogurt, some avocado, some lime juice on that later. And I'll show you later. Sorry about the video. I don't even know what this is going to look like or sound like, but I love you guys, and I hope it's a good one.